Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some recent pickups, and I do apologize, I'm a little under the weather today, so the emphasis, the motivation might not really be there. And actually, I already forgot my knife, so give me 1 second. I'm going to step over here, grab that real quick, and going to come right back. But today, we're going to be looking at, and I apologize for my creaking floors, the G.I. Joe Classified Richard Crystal Ball King figure. So, Richard King, I guess is the guy's name. But I don't really know much about this guy, aside from the fact that he looked pretty cool, and I do have a classified collection here, which is honestly starting to get to be at more villains than heroes, or more Cobra than G.I. Joe, but I thought this would be a cool thing to unbox. Really quickly, though, I wanted to go over two pickups from eBay. Number one, I did get this really cool Jonah Hex card, which is only like $1.50, so it was only like $3 total. And then I also grabbed issue 3 of All-Star Western from the New 52. I'm trying to complete this entire collection, and I think now I have 1 through like 20 with this number 3. This was the only one that I was really missing. So we do have that, but let's get into this figure. And the knife that I do have is a little bit different than the one that I typically do, so I'm going to keep it off camera here, just in case YouTube gets a little touchy. I'll toss it to the side, and we can take him out of here. But here's a quick look at the packaging if you guys were curious. I'll bring it closer here to the camera, and hopefully it'll focus. I'm not sure, though. But let's see if we can get a good look at him there. Maybe not. We'll drag him back a little bit. There's a look at the back. All right. He has some very, very, very interesting accessories that I'm really excited to look at. So let's pull him out of here. And then we've got 2 little things that are attached to the back, so we'll pull that out as well. Toss that to the side, and they have seemingly done away with the little like baggie that came with all the accessories. Maybe that's just for Crystal Ball here, but we'll find out. And these, the little boomerang hooks, I think I can just push those back through the hole. We should be good. Honestly, though, I don't work out every day for no reason, so we'll pull those right out. And these are really cool. It's like this interesting little like hypno shield thing, and I think this little guy attaches to it. Let's find out. Is that accurate? Yes, it is. So you can kind of like pull it on, pull it off as almost like a little power effect thing, but that is really cool. Very interesting looking shield thing. And then we'll pull out the rest of the accessories. So, it's got this cool looking Cthulhu mask. Do apologize for that. A very cool looking sword. This little like orb. Oh, the crystal ball. Well, that's the crystal ball. And then he has a really cool firearm here. He's got this really cool little revolver that we'll take a look at in a second. So I'll pull that out. We do have that. And then finally, the figure itself. And I'm just realizing now, I kind of have a new format of unboxing the figure first and then showing it off after that. But I guess I forgot about that today. Regardless, let's take a look at these accessories. First and foremost, we do have that really cool looking sword with that awesome like phantom green effect, and it's like bent there with some flames on it. And then we also have this really cool, I think it's just an extra head that you can pop on, but it's almost like a Cthulhu head. And that is really, really cool. I'll definitely be displaying him with that. And then we also have the crystal ball, which is covered in those effects as well. And the hand, the extra hand, I think is meant to possibly hold that extra ball. And he's got these cool little like talons on there almost, which is really sweet. And I think, yeah, you could probably fit it in there. Yeah, that might be able to work if you managed it. You could probably fit it in there. Yeah. We do that as well. I already showed you the shield. And then his last accessory is this really cool looking revolver with like this snake kind of coiled around it. I just love how that looks. This was one of the big selling points on this figure for me. So next up here, we do have the figure itself, and I'll kind of straighten him out. I tried to get the one that had the best looking joints and everything out of the packaging. So starting down here at the bottom, he does have these very cool kind of like black motorcycle boots. And then moving up here, he's got a pair of what looks to be just kind of like jeans or light gray kind of combat pants. You can pull that up in the back and see. His belt is very cool with that Cobra-esque or kind of like crystal ball-esque belt buckle there. And there's some detailing. He's got a nice little holster for the pistol there on the side. You can see a little bit of detailing in there. Nothing on the other side. And then he's got this very cool-looking trench coat. I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit better on the trench coat, but it's very like winter-esque. A lot of, yeah, there we go. Just focus. You can see the kind of some patches and little pockets for stuff. That opens up very well. You can see some like little straps and bells and whistles along it, but on the back here, I want to show off that stippling and everything. Looks very nice, and then some fur around the collar. Here's a quick look at the arms, which are very detailed. It's kind of got like these little rings on or brass knuckles. And that cool gauntlet on his left arm with some other tattoos, as you can see. And then the shirt here is very cool. He kind of looks like Khan from Star Trek, but I just love how that looks. Some tattoos on the chest, obviously, a little bit of gold kind of sigil there on the chest. Some really cool necklaces. The other major selling point with this, because I myself, you guys hear them all the time in my videos, I have necklaces, so that was really cool. I did like that a lot. And then finally we do have the head sculpt here, which is really creepy looking, very Dracula-esque. I just love how that looks with the streaks of gray. Very cool. But yeah, this is an awesome figure. I would totally suggest picking this up. I think that this is probably available at all Walmarts across the U.S. Trust me, if I got this at my Walmart, it probably means that you have it at yours. But I got this last week. I think, end of September, start of October. These are probably hitting stores. Kind of adds to the little Halloween theme as well. But overall, a very cool figure. So, folks, this was going to be a review of the G.I. Joe Richard Crystal Ball King figure, and that was G.I. Joe Classified. I should add that asterisk there. But folks, as always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.